Okay, so let me read the question here. Sophia has 74 coins consisting of nickels, dimes, and quarters. The total value of the coins is $8.85. If the number of nickels and quarters is 4 more than the number of dimes, how many of each coin does Sophia have? So we start off with the easiest equation here. 74 coins. What can we do there? Okay. All right, so each of the coins is going to have a specific value attached to it, but we know that ultimately we want all the coins to total up to be $8.85. Okay, so how can we? Okay, so nickel is what? 0.05, right? Okay. All right, every nickel has 0.05 value attached to it. Okay. How about for D? 0.1. Q. And there's always that third equation that's more challenging, right? But the nice thing is that there is that word is, and that word is helpful because you can represent that is as an equal sign. I think that makes it a little bit easier there. So number of nickels and quarters is 4 more than the number of dimes. So how can we create an equation out of that sentence? So number of nickels and quarters, what's that? N plus Q. The is, you can represent as an equal sign. That's nice. That kind of separates the two parts of the equation. 4 more than the number of dimes. D plus 4 or 4 plus D. Okay, so the relationship is easier to build if that word is there. If it's not there, sometimes you have to rephrase the sentence so that you can insert that word is so that you can get two parts to be equivalent. Okay, so now we just have to add and subtract and line everything up, right? Okay, so what do we have? 1 and what? Good, minus 1D plus 1Q. Okay, so now it's easy, right? It's just the setup. The setup is always the more challenging part here. Matrix A, matrix B, inverse of matrix A times B. So for number 7, I suggest using TCS, but if you want to use XYZ, that's fine as long as you know where things are lined up. Okay, so try that.
Yeah, seriously, it's only. I know, but that's. I think it depends on each one. Because I know now, I was like 4 or 5.
I think it's, yeah, you're always, I think your credits are like, you're taking another nap and then I think you're like.
Yeah, I think you can only do it, like, you can't have just like.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I think the minimum's like 5, or 4 or 5. Yeah, because I feel like each year's. Yeah, because my counselor, she's new, and then I talked to her during my like junior year, I think she's like.
Next year, stats.
Yeah, I want to see what you definitely don't, if you're in this class, you don't, so you haven't, because you're already in your head. Well, yeah, I know, but that's unless you, oh, yeah, if you want. So all my classes are really bad, except for like.
Good choice.
Wait, I don't know. Just two. Just two. Just. I only like, I'll do like, I'm just on the.
Yeah,
But
like.
I do want to be ahead of that. I want someone to do something.
Why not?
Yeah, some people get old.
That's awesome. Was it on the stage?
Oh, okay, I see that, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I
Oh, wait, never mind, never mind. Minus S. Oh, yeah. You can't like use those four. You can't. It's 4 C's. Total number of tables. So it's tables be like this. It'll be like this. The chairs was the floor. It's not the stools and the tables. So you put the four chairs is 4 times the total number of tables. Yes. It's 4 times the amount of chairs.
The number of chairs built.
Really was more bad.
What?
I think so, I think A, I'll do A. So,
So you just revisit.
also for the first one, can you do it?
Because they're not.
And I was gonna say for the first one. Yeah, I jumped around a lot.
I feel like it's kind of weird with the A.
Oh.
I did. It's just like a one. I put it in a one on the calculator. A one because anything like that's.
Oh, yeah, so what, yeah.
Whatever the number is, I put.
Makes sense.
Okay, first equation, C plus T plus S equals 275. The total value, we can just use all the dollar, anything involving dollar amounts can be in the equation together. And now the third equation, which I'm looking at the second sentence here. The number of chairs built was 4 times the total number. So this one is okay because you see the word was, that kind of represents the equal sign there. So number of chairs built, that's C, is equal to 4 times, so you know there's multiplication involved, the total number of tables and stools. So total number of tables and stools, you're going to add those together and then you're going to multiply that by 4. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, good. Question?
So I did that 1 second.
That's fine, yeah. The order is not going to matter as well. Sorry. The C and T and S has to line up, but it doesn't have to be in the same order. Yeah. So I just did it last because I thought that was the more challenging one. Okay, I want the C to come first, then T, then S. So I'll bring everything over on one side. 0 is going to show up. So now it's easy, right? Okay, use inverse matrices. $220 chairs, 40 tables, 15 stools. doesn't matter, right? As long as. Yeah. That's P is 40, right? P is 40. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Okay, number 8. Any question with 7? Okay, number 8. I will go back to X, Y, and Z. X representing the amount in loan 1, Y is amount in loan 2, Z is amount in loan 3. Okay, try that, see if you're able to. Really, I wanted to get that practice writing that third equation. Okay, so it says the amount borrowed in loan 1, so we can just go ahead and set that to be X, was, that's just equivalent to an equal sign, $50,000 less than the amounts borrowed in the other 2 loans combined. So how do I represent 2 loans combined? Y plus, yeah, Y plus Z. How about $50,000 less? Okay, does it come, is it 50,000 minus this, or is it the X, or is it the Y plus Z minus 50,000? Good, so $50,000 less is that we're going to subtract $50,000 from the 2 loans. There we go. And now if you rearrange it so that the X's and Y's and Z's are together, make sure that you have it as a negative 50,000. Oops. Make sure you can confirm those values in your calculator. Oh, sorry about that. Frozen. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, sorry. Okay, anybody have questions with number 8? All right, let's see if we can start the test review. This is next page. Okay, does anybody still need number 8? All right, page 31. Let's just do the odds for now, and then whatever we don't finish, we can do tomorrow, okay? Let me just go ahead and start us off here. It says solve for X, solve for matrix X, given the following matrices. If not possible, state the reason why, show work. So all this, everything on the first page is meant to be done by hand, but obviously you can use your calculator to double check your work. So number 1, it says X minus A equals D. First thing you do is try to get X by itself. Yes.
Will we have like calculator and one?
No, everything is calculator, but you can double check with everything with calculator, but there's will be problems that I'm expecting work like as if there is no calculator. Yeah. So can I add matrix A and D together? Because dimensions are not equal, right? So it's okay if you can multiply matrices that don't have the same dimensions as long as the inner dimensions are the same, but with addition and subtraction, it's got to be exactly the same dimensions. Okay. Okay, number 3, we're just going down the first column. We're just doing the odds. Negative 2x equals A. How can I solve for x? Yeah, divide by -2 is same thing as what? Good. So all you do is distribute a -1/2 to every element of matrix A, and that's it. Okay. Question with 3. Number 5, matrix X equals matrix A times matrix B. Let's look at their dimensions. Matrix A is 2 by 2. Matrix B is 2 by 3. Can the two matrices be multiplied together? Yes. Okay. Now, something a little bit strange here I want to point out. Matrix B has this A there. So you just basically have to hold on to that A. If you multiply or add, if you can't combine like terms, then A is going to have to stay as part of your dimension. So don't let that throw you off. Okay. If things don't, that A is gonna show up in your final matrix. Okay. But just treat it like a variable, and that A it's not going to disappear. So just understand that. Okay, and I want you guys to work this out by hand on the test. You're going to have to show this by hand as well. Yeah, and this is one where the calculator is not going to help you too much because that A is not going to be able to duplicate that A in the calculator. Okay. Always read from left to right for the matrix on the left, and then go top to bottom, and you're going to pair and add, right? Multiply and add. Number 7, use your inverse matrix formula. Swap the A and D and change the sign of B and C.
So X is compound 1, 2, 0, X. 0, 1. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so one equation is all vitamin C, second equation. I haven't put it on the website yet. No, and also, something like it has to be everything is always in this. It's gonna mess things up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Either one, or you could also multi-C. One multi-two with C. and this is the same.
Okay, so AD minus BC, inverse of matrix A, well, determinant of A. Okay, any question with 7? Now, remember with determinant for 3 by 3, you got to make 5 columns, right? 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th and 5th column are just repeated first and second column. Start at the upper left corner, and then start pairing your diagonal of triplets. So multiply those 3 together, multiply those 3, multiply those 3. Then you do a big minus sign. And then you do the same thing for the triplets, the diagonals, and you go in the other direction. So that's you already took care of the minus sign here, so just put everything inside exactly as the signs that you see. So this will be -5 times 4 times 0, which is 0. -6 times -2 times 1, which is positive 12. And then 3x. We know that the determinant is equal to 12, so we're just having to solve for x that's hidden inside this matrix. Combine like terms here, I get x minus oh, sorry, this should be plus 10, not minus 10. Okay, combine like terms here, I get x minus 2 equals 12. So just have to get that x by itself, x equals 14. Okay, we'll pick up the rest tomorrow. I'll check the test review and the page 30 tomorrow. Okay, so I think we'll be able to finish everything by tomorrow. Just the one in the packet. I'll try to create a new one, but I may not. Yeah, I may not be able to. Yeah. So you multiply all the triplets together.
Oh.
And then minus, and then multiply, multiply, multiply. And then add them all together. Instead equal to 12, because that's what they tell you the determinant.